1 week away from the NBA draft.
1 week away. What's up, Mario Cavazos? Good morning, Midtown, Texas. Good morning, gentlemen. Mario Cavazos was telling me on Insta, he was texting me, private chat there.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, look at what Jefe did. He went to this pizza place over in Bernie that's kind of like a retro 80s vibe.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no, I recommended that to Jeff. I had told him about it. One of the places like, hey, man, maybe we should check it out. So I was telling Mario, maybe we should round up the troops and make that like a weekend excursion. That was cool.
I sent that to a friend yesterday. It's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind checking it out. It's all the 80s and early 90s stuff.
Looks like a nice place, pizza, good food, drinks.
Well, have you been to that place downtown, Be Kind, Rewind?
Oh, dude, that's just for the kids, man.
Oh, come on, man.
No, dude, it's for the kids, man.
I'm not going to say who it was, but somebody got mad that we went.
Jeff already told you. He already said who it was.
He walked in and walked right back out.
Yeah, man, that's not his scene either, dude. There's just too many young people there.
Yeah.
It sounds cool. I say do the show from Ojos Locos.
The rain is a-coming. It's not going to be that much, dude. What, 4 inches, maybe? 3 inches?
Welcome to another episode of the Alamo City Sportscast with Mike Jimenez and Joe Garcia. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Join the discussion as we broadcast live from beautiful West San Antonio. And remember to tip your hosts as it helps the show grow.
What's up, San Antonio? What's going on, South Texas? And this is the Alamo City Sportscast coming at you from beautiful San Antonio, home of the Spurs, Missions, Roadrunners, UIW Cardinal. My name's Mike Jimenez. That is Joe Garcia. We're going to have a good show today. We're going to try to stay dry because that tropical depression or whatever's going on in the Gulf is finally making its way on shore. It's not going to be as bad as the Weather Channel originally made it sound. It's going to rain, though, Joe. 95% chance of rain today, 75% chance of rain tomorrow. Right now, it is 10 a.m. here in San Antonio. It looks like the rain bands will come in right as the show is ending around noon or so. We're going to go about an hour and a half. Again, we're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitter. We are live on YouTube. 914 subscribers strong, making our way to 1,000. We're already making plans for the party, man, when that finally happens. Start of the football season will be over 1,000. That's going to be a good time over here. Joe, how are you doing today, my man?
Doing good, man. We have a new shirt design that I put out there.
That's
on Twitter. So that's for the nerds, like me, Jefe, and everybody else that's into that geek kind of, scene. So it's kind of a Shenron the Dragon from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. And it says Alamo City Sportscast on it. So that is in the Redbubble store. So you can go and follow the link that I included in that tweet. Yeah. And you can go and buy the merch with the logo sporting the Alamo City Sportscast.
I'm going to let you know about Dragon Ball Z. Know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Although my favorite TikTok crush created a Dragon Ball Z fashion show.
Yeah.
Where she tried to put all of the different characters on there and wear them as like stuff that she could wear to work. It's classy. Okay. It's not cochino. Okay. It's not Demon Mike, but Demon Mike will make an appearance today. Because today we're going to discuss the Mount Rushmore of hot TV moms. We got to talk about it even more. And we're going to have Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5 at around 10:15 in about 10 minutes or so to discuss this with us, okay? And we have rules for him. No cartoon characters, no Marge Simpson, right? No Lois Griffin, no anime characters, no TV cartoons from back in the day. We want to know who Jeff Garcia has as a hot TV mom of all time.
They're all going to be built for speed, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he doesn't do thickies. He likes them skinny, man, which is weird. He's Latino. Latinos like something to hold on to.
Yeah, but Jeff likes to work out, keeps himself in shape, so
Well, I mean, yes, but I mean, he's not also. So he's built like a truck. He's not like rail thin. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be getting into that. We'll be talking about the NBA draft, which, by the way, is 1 week from today. I saw an analysis yesterday of Zachary Risacher, who is projected to be a top 2 pick, though the Spurs worked him out last week. Maybe he drops to 4. Maybe the Spurs move up. But there were certain things about the combine that he did that has cause for concern for me. Because when I heard those numbers, I was like, what? So we're going to talk about that and ask the question, what worries you about the upcoming draft? I want to talk about Joe Mazzulla, the head coach of the Boston Celtics. Someone brought it to my attention how young he is. And I knew he was young. But then I got his age, multiplied it by 2. Did you know that Greg Popovich is more than double the age?
No, say it ain't so. Twice the senior.
NBA champion coach right now, Joe Mazzulla. And then people were like, well, that's part of the Pop tree because Ime Udoka, that was his guy. No, man, that's not part of the tree. Part of the tree means that you were, coached up by this guy.
Brad Stevenson went and handpicked this brother, man.
Exactly.
He handpicked him. This is his guy. His guy.
NBA free agency off and running right now. You can actually go and extend your own free agents, talk to your own free agents. And one of the 2 big names out there that the Spurs conceivably could have gotten already off the board.
Oh, yeah,
well,
man.
We'll talk about that and reveal who that is.
I saw that too as we're coming online,
yeah.
Here. And you said, oh, by the way, it's like, yeah, I saw that, man. Disappointing.
One of the greatest baseball players of all time has passed, Willie Mays. I made the reference last week that a lot of things happen in threes, right?
Yeah.
Celebrities who die in 3. Sometimes it happens in sports, and we've had that with Bill Walton, Jerry West, now Willie Mays. 3 of the legends, the greats, have left this earth in the past
Look at
couple
the comment
weeks.
here by Chris Gonzalez in reference to Willie Mays.
Yeah, the great Willie Mays entered the cornfield yesterday, says Chris Gonzalez, reference to
rest in peace, man.
Field of Dreams, which is a great movie. Speaking of great movies, we'll talk about a movie that is celebrating its 20th anniversary this week. Didn't know if I want to talk about this, Joe, because I want to know, is this a good movie, a bad movie? Is it a good bad movie, or is it a bad good movie?
Which movie is this?
Dodgeball.
I like the movie.
Turns 20 years old this week. I mean, Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller. I like it.
It was made at a time where they could get away with certain things.
Yes.
They can't make that movie now.
If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
Oh, man. What's the guy's name? Cotton.
Yeah,
that guy's wild, bro. Some of the stuff that dude was saying, he's my kind of guy. Don't get me wrong. But some of the stuff he's saying, they can't say it now.
Yeah, the line of bold strategy. Let's see if he can get away with it. It was a great line for like 20 years. And it's such a bad movie, but it's such a good movie.
Yeah,
but it's also really bad.
One of my favorite lines from that movie is like, he goes, let's go and celebrate up in my room. I got some coke and hookers.
We talked about Justin Timberlake being in the pokey yesterday. Apparently his wife is back at work, and there's video of Justin Timberlake leaving the courthouse and whatnot. I wonder what he's going to do. I wonder if this is going to have any effect on him professionally at all, or if it's just one of those things where people get popped and that just is what it is. We'll talk about that again. Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs, Kens 5
Bear
will
County.
be on.
He's Patches O'Houlihan. Yeah, that dude, man, that character is wild. It's Rip Torn, the actor Rip Torn that's saying
so
that.
Maybe today we celebrate. Do we want to celebrate or do both? Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn? One or the other?
Celebrate them both. They're such great comedic actors.
I first came into mind of Ben Stiller. I know he was in Singles back in the day, right? Yeah. But really, I took notice of There's Something About Mary.
Something About Mary was funny, but so was Tropic Thunder, dude.
Yeah, but that was years later.
Yeah, man.
But then you go on to Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn with Swingers when that came out in 1996.
Yeah.
A sleeper hit. That's one of those movies that just came out of nowhere. You know what's another movie that's celebrating an anniversary? I think it's 25 years this week. Is Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, that one's a good one too. You know what's turned 37 years old already? Predator, bro.
37. 37's a weird number, man. How do we get to 37?
Dude. Predator, man, with the great Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And who was the original Predator?
I don't know who the original Predator was.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, he was not. Dude.
Yes, dude. He was actually fired, if I'm not mistaken, from that movie.
Yeah. I'm saying, but he wasn't the guy in the costume.
He was.
No, but I'm saying he wasn't in the movie.
Originally, he was supposed to be.
He's too short, bro.
How tall is he?
John Claude, he's probably like 5'8", 5'10", bro.
The Brussels from the muscles from Brussels. No, Napoleon Dynamite was released this month 20 years ago. So it's also celebrating the 20th.
Vote for Pedro. I know you wore the shirt.
Dude, I went as Pedro for Halloween one year, man. Had that shirt on and everything. I grew my hair out a little bit, my facial hair at that time. So 20 years ago was the last time. It was so that I could look like Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite.
You saw this too. There was it was been rumored for quite some time, that then it was official yesterday. I've been so busy I wasn't able to chime in here, but they were saying Spaceballs 2 is coming out.
Really?
Yeah, the cult classic Spaceballs.
I think today is going to be a movie day. Spaceballs, great movie, and I'm not even going to do $1 for this, but my favorite line is they're combing the desert and they go, "We ain't found shit."
Yeah,
and that's my favorite line from that movie. I don't even have to owe $1. That is a quote from a movie.
You know what? We also forgot to mention Jason Bateman's character in Dodgeball. Such a great character.
He is.
He's that announcer, and when they come out in that S&M kind of drag stuff, you know, their costumes, he looks at him and he goes, "That's rad."
And then Gary Cole is in that movie, right? So Gary Cole, I love Gary Cole from Office Space. He was Bill Lumbergh. You know, we're gonna need you to stay on Saturday and come in on Sunday too. You know, Bill Lumbergh. Gary Cole is that one character actor that you know it's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Like the Tom McGinley, the other one from Scrubs, the one who played the doctor.
Yep.
Whenever I see their faces, I smile because I know it's going to be a funny role. I mean, Gary Cole was also in Talladega Nights. He was the father of Will Ferrell's character, right?
The grandpa. Shut up, grandpa.
Bringing that tiger into the car.
Oh, it was a mountain lion. Get the freaking mountain lion in there. Hey, you know what? Look at Bear County Social Apparel. Shout out to you, man. He says, "Can Mike recreate the Napoleon dance?"
You know what? If I practice it, I probably could. But off the top of my head,
you got to wear the ski boots, though.
Yeah,
like he did on stage.
Napoleon Dynamite. I remember when that movie first came out, and I was watching it at home. It wasn't at home. I went to my parents' house, and I was watching it over there. And my mom sat down to watch it, and she caught things about that movie that I did not notice, man, about Pedro's family.
Oh, God.
One of my favorite parts of that movie was when they're trying to mess with Pedro and the lowrider comes in and the guy just looks and just nods no. And they leave him alone. It wasn't for Pedro. It was for Napoleon and that girl with the pigtails.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, Pedro's family. Pedro's family is somebody you don't want to mess with, you know?
You know they're down with something.
Yeah, man.
I think no one talks about this, but I think they were there as witness protection. Why else are they there in Idaho?
In white suburbia, you know? And it was funny too, because one of my favorite scenes is when Pedro gets sick.
Yeah.
And
he's a shaves himself.
He's so hot, dude. He's like
one of my favorite lines in that movie is when they pay Napoleon after he works on the farm, and he goes, "It's like $6. That's like $1 an hour."
He'd been working there all day for $6, man.
Now, where's Heffa at, dude? We got to get Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs.
We're already overdue, bro.
Yeah, that is the thing. Again, we're going to be going for about an hour and a half or so today. It's a beautiful day in San Antonio because it's actually going to rain. Okay, I am believing of this. Again, the Weather Channel yesterday called it the Victor Wembanyama of storms, not because of the intensity, but because of how long it is. It's supposed to rain a lot today. I'm looking at the weather app. It says from 2 p.m. today all the way to 2 a.m. and then again beginning tomorrow. One of those things about it, if you see the roads flooding, turn around, man. Don't be a dumbass. And I'm talking to my neighbors off of Grossenbacher Road who always get stuck over there. Hunt Lane is always a big deal when it comes to people getting trapped in the water.
We do have Jefe on standby now.
Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5, who has called me Evil Jimenez because I now have scruff in my face. What's going on, Jeff?
Nothing much, guys. Good to be back. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. I think we've all been busy. I know you've been busy as of late, and so have I. I'm getting ready. I was telling everybody to get my final interview in, Jeff. I'm up for a job with the Department of Homeland Security now, working for their IT sector.
Oh.
So
And he's
we'll
now
see.
Congratulations.
And look at Joe, all clean shaven.
Yeah, man, I had to
I
clean
know.
shave for my final interview so they can make sure it's me. You know, I don't want to be looking all scruffy and rough like Mike. But you know what,
You're-
Jeff? Mike has been trying to grow out his goatee, or this Tony Stark goatee, for quite some time, man. It still hasn't come in yet.
I was telling Mike the other day on Locked On Spurs that I never could be able to grow facial hair. I can't grow facial hair.
Well, I think No Shave November is going to be the time, dude. We're going to have to figure it out. We have to go 30 days without shaving. I think I'm going to do that in November. I'm going to do something on Friday, whether it turns this into a goatee or
Wait. But you're coming on Los today. Are you gonna be wearing the goatee or no?
I'll be rocking the full beard thing that I got going on right now.
How do you come on Los? And I haven't even been invited yet, man. If it's forgotten about me.
Geez.
No, Joe. How many times I invite you? So you're busy.
I'm free now, Jeff. I'm free now.
So obviously one of the topics that we're going to have to discuss is the fact that the NBA draft begins this time next week, right? 1 week from today, on the 26th. It's a 2-day affair this time. First round going to be on Wednesday, starting at 7 p.m. San Antonio time, and then you've got the second round beginning the next day. Jeff, I know we've gone over mock drafts, and we know the names out there. The Spurs currently hold the number 4 and 8 spot. There's all this innuendo that the Spurs might trade up. We know who they've worked out. They had Zachary Risacher in last week. We've seen them work out certain players. What I found interesting was I was listening to Kevin O'Connor's podcast from The Ringer yesterday, and they were asking about things to be worried about when it comes to the draft and the pros and cons. And Zachary Risacher, who a lot of mock drafts have going number 1 overall, or if he falls to 4, the Spurs getting him or the Spurs moving up to get him, his numbers at the combine there in Europe a couple of weeks ago were not that great. In fact, they said they were eye-opening as to how bad they were when it comes to athleticism. His vertical was 25.5 inches.
Yeah.
His running vertical, the max vertical, was 32 inches. One of the worst out there at the combine. Also, they measured his hands. I remember Kenny Pickett, the quarterback for the Steelers, they gave him crap because his hands were small. They said that Risacher's hands are super small, that they're the size of a point guard who's around 6'2", and he's a 6'8", 6'9" guy playing small forward. Now they were saying, well, he was also coming off of a long season. You know, all the other guys were practicing for the combine, and he was actually playing games, so they're going to give him some leeway there. But does that worry you a little bit about maybe his athleticism is not elite?
You know what worries me just overall, not necessarily with Risacher, but a lot of these draft picks is that the Spurs can't afford to whiff. They got to get either a solid contributor now. They don't need a project, even if it's a project light. And unfortunately, the Spurs are in a draft that is considered lukewarm. But as far as Risacher, look, the Spurs have been chasing him for a while.
Yeah.
And so many other outlets have been reporting that they're at his games. I spoke to Risacher a few weeks ago, and he told me that he's very aware that the Spurs are looking at him. So it is concerning because this is a rebuild. You know, they as I mentioned before, they can't afford whiffs. And if it takes, you think about this, Jimenez and Joe, what if this kid now needs more time? What if whoever they pick needs more time to cook? How much longer does that prolong the rebuild? So it does concern me about Risacher's, measurements and lack of athleticism, as I say. But I mean, Joe, Mike, what can you do? Either you trade out and get an established star who you don't have to worry about all that stuff, or you just roll the dice and cross your fingers that whoever you select in the draft pans out. Because let's face it, you never know how a player is going to pan out in the NBA until they're in the NBA.
Now, Risacher was playing in a top-level French league, the same league that Wemby was in last year. Shot 35% from 3, which is not bad. Overall, 44% from the field, which is, okay. The guy averaged 10 points per game, and it's different, man, because they play bully ball in France. If FIBA rules are different than NBA rules. We've seen this with Giannis. We've seen this with Luka Doncic.
With Wemby too.
With Wemby, they say it is easier to score in the NBA because they get away with murder, right? They actually play real basketball in FIBA rules in Europe, right? So, but you take a look at it, the league before that, he shot 56% from three.
Mhm.
And he was he was shooting 3.5 attempts per game, shooting 56%. The guy can make a bucket, when he tries to, right? But the measurables though of the athleticism, not being able to jump, at 24-inch vertical. When you saw a max vertical of 32, Reed Shepherd, who is 6'3", coming out of Kentucky, had a 44-inch vertical. We're seeing players like Matas Buzelas jump out of the gym. And what I find interesting, Jeff, and I want to get your opinion on this. Do you think it's for the clicks, or do you think that there's real intel going on when it comes to the fact that there's certain names coming up right now, like Cody Williams, Buzelas, Donovan Clingan, who all of a sudden people are thinking these guys might actually be top 3, top 4, top 5 guys. Some even saying that Clingan might go number 1 overall. Do you think that's just clickbait, or do you think that there's something to it?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I think there's still some clickbait, and then some of it, especially when it comes to the San Antonio side, could be just speculation. I always tell fans, read the reports carefully. If you see words like "I think" or "could" or "maybe" or "possibility," this nothing set in stone. So again, you've seen a lot of that right now. Look, the Spurs are a vault. They're a vault. If you go on, not all, but the majority of NBA teams, they will openly announce who they're working out.
Mm-hmm.
Spurs don't do that. As a matter of fact, Jimenez, you told me a story that you're at the Spurs club, and they shut down the windows for workouts. So that just tells you how they are. So anything coming out of San Antonio, and I'll take it with a grain of salt, or if it's just something like, directly from X and Y agency, okay, fine, then that's true. But this is just a draft that is just all over the map. I saw in your rundown, wacky mock drafts. That's exactly what it's like, wacky. I mean, wasn't it the other day that Ron Holland was considered a top 5, top 10 pick, and where's he gone?
Right,
vanished.
And Ron Holland, somebody who's throwing down 30 points per game in the G League.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. And then what about Sarr? One day he's number 1. One day it's Clingan. Next day it's Risacher. There's not a standard set number 1 pick or number 2. Jimenez, how they always say in past drafts, the real draft begins at pick number 3, pick number 4.
Right.
Where does this draft begin? It doesn't. It begins literally at 1, and that's it.
Yeah, because you don't know who they're going to get. In fact, I was listening to the Bill Simmons podcast, right? And they were talking about like the big board, and their big board had Donovan Clingan number 1, and Stephon Castle number 2. And this is truly the beauties in the eye of the beholder type of draft, because you don't know what's going to go on. We don't know if there's going to be trades going up or down. There's chatter going on right now from pretty reputable sources that some teams like Cleveland are looking to move into the top 8. So they're looking to go into the top 8, maybe getting rid of a Jared Allen type of guy to move into the 8 spot. Maybe the Spurs are there. Maybe the Spurs have their eye on somebody, and at number 7 comes around and they're like, man, we like 4 or 5 of these guys that are still there, and they're at 8. Maybe they drop back. Yeah, it's very interesting.
I have a question that I wanted to ask you, Jeff. Go ahead.
What's up, bud?
No, go ahead.
Oh, this is a draft where I think the Spurs should have, in my opinion, trade out of. I think just use your 4 and 8, get yourself an established star. I don't care if it's a swing guy, a point guard. Just try to make some deal.
Get that number 1 pick.
Or bring in an established NBA star. I lean that way. It's because next draft, 2025, is the one I want them to stay in and try to work that draft.
Go all
let's
in.
not work this draft. Let's work the next draft.
So Jeff is saying the tank, low-key tank this season. Yeah.
Now, according to Hoops Hype, they have a list of what they say. I know you're saying it's a vault, but who they believe was worked out by various teams. They say the Spurs have worked out Zachary Risacher, Reed Shepherd, the point guard from Kentucky, Stephon Castle of UConn, Tijan Saloon, Rob Dillingham, Devin Carter, the point guard from Providence, Nikola Topic from Serbia, and Jacoby Walter out of Baylor. Those are the first round projected lottery picks that the Spurs have had. So there's top 15 players that they've worked out 8. Then you look later on, Jamal Sheed of Houston. If he's there, the Spurs are going to take him. The Spurs have been linked to this guy from the get-go. It's like just market there. Like Bronny James at 55.
God.
Bronny James at 55 and Jamal Sheed at 44. Just put it in ink. I know that you are light on time, but we did see that one big free agent is already off the board.
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam going back to the Indiana Pacers, agreeing to, in principle, to returning to the Pacers.
Yeah.
This is lending more credence to the fact that the Spurs really need to not do anything this year.
Yeah.
Not only is 2025 the big year for the draft, an epic draft, it's also the year that the big free agents are available. 2024, man. You get OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, and then a bunch of duds.
OG already opted out of his deal.
Just work next year. You mean the draft and the free agency pool. Try to swing for the fences for a trade with the amount of assets.
Go for a superstar, Jeff. I think that's what you're saying. They need to go for a bona fide star, and that's what it looks like the 2025 draft is looking like. They're going to have a lot of talent, unlike this year's draft. But I wanted to ask you the question. One of the players that's not really talked about enough, I think, is Reed Shepherd. He's intriguing to me. He's projected in some drafts to go at number 6. Spurs do need a guard. If he's available at that 4 spot, would you go ahead and take Reed Shepherd? I mean, the kid can shoot.
Yeah. I mean, I would not be mad if you look at the Vegas odds recently. There's a 3-way tie that Vegas projects the Spurs would get. That's between Dillingham, Castle, and Topic. But close by, they have plus 300 odds. But a close second, because that's a 3-way tie for first, is Reed Shepherd going to the Spurs at plus 450. So, yeah, I mean, he definitely addresses the need for a guard that can spread the floor and hopefully be consistent 3-point threat or just a deep shot threat. And, yeah, he feels that. And, he's kind of sneaky athletic, too.
You use a James Pledger phrase for athletic for a white guy. That's
yeah. Sneaky athletic. Pledger's been coming on Locked On Spurs too much. And then, but overall, no, I would not be mad at that. If you tell me that one of their picks is a guy who's going to spread the floor for Wemby to operate, then I'm good with that.
Yeah, Reed Shepherd, for those who don't know, jumps out of the gym. He had the highest max vertical at the combine, 44.5 inches. I mean, that guy can leap. His parents were both basketball players. He's 6'3.5", so kind of on the short side for a combo guard. If they could work him as a point guard, that'd be much better. But the thing is, the guy can lock it down from 3. Shot over 52% from 3-pointers last season.
He's a bucket getter.
The guy can shoot. He also averaged 2.5 steals, so he gets in passing lanes. He doesn't pick people's pockets. He just suckers people into passing his way. I'd be excited if the Spurs got Reed Shepherd, but I'd also be frightened. By the way, looking at the past 10 NBA Rookie of the Year winners, the draft positions that they were at. Number 1, right, for Wemby. Number 1, Paulo Banchero. Number 4, Scotty Barnes. Number 3, LaMelo Ball. Number 2, John Morant. Number 3, Luka Doncic. Number 1, Ben Simmons. Then Malcolm Brogdon, who was a second rounder. Then you have 1-1. So if you look at that, basically 9 of the last 10 years, they've been picked 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I wouldn't be mad with Reed Shepherd, man. But you know who else is on the team right now that's a Kentucky product? Keldon Johnson. Yeah,
that's true. Bainstay reaches out to us on our YouTube stream, says Reed Shepherd equals Jimmer Fredette.
Spurs legend Jameer Fredette didn't even make the team, got cut.
Now, because you don't have that much time, Jeff, we need to go into the Demon Mike segment.
Oh, God.
I know. I got Joe's text.
He's ready.
I know this is about.
And remember the rules: no cartoons. That's what Mike was saying.
No cartoons.
Yeah. You kicked out Peggy Hill for me then.
Peggy Hill with their size 13 feet.
Oh God, man.
Okay, so we were talking about the other day, and it just kind of randomly came up about hot moms on TV back in the day.
Yeah.
And we all have different styles, right? We talk about built for comfort and built for speed. You're a built for speed kind of guy, right?
Yes, I am.
I'm a built for comfort kind of guy, which basically means you like them thin and athletic. I like them curvy, right? So we were talking about TV moms because back in the day, there have been some nuggets who were hot TV moms. I want to know who's on your Mount Rushmore of TV moms. And if you want to add a fifth, you can.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because when I got Joe's text about what this part of the show is going to be, I only have if it's kind of close to more 2000s, then there's only one person on the Mount Rushmore for me. If it's in the 2000s, and that is Jamie Gertz in Still Standing.
Okay, first of all,
Okay.
Jamie Gertz is a billionaire, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
So I'm going to show her on my screen if you want me to show you. Jamie Gertz also was in the movie Twister, which is having a sequel coming out. Jamie Gertz, she
and the Lost Boys.
That's right. Now, her background, what sports team does she own? She owns the
Hawks.
The Atlanta Hawks, right?
Yeah.
So she is the owner of the Atlanta Hawks. And it's funny because two of the richest people that you will find that were actresses didn't even make their money in this. I mean, Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld, who played Elaine, her family is Adidas, right? She's got the Adidas money. So it's funny how you have these billionaires who made their money, but they also were actors and actresses and whatever, might have married into it. But Jamie Gertz, that's interesting. I never would have thought that one.
Yep. Now then,
do you want to go one-on-one? You want to pick one and I pick one and Joe picks one, or do you want to go all the way through?
Well, again, if we're looking at modern,
we go. Let's say 1975 to today.
God,
that's say 50 years.
Oh man!
So if you want to pick, the Family Ties, sha-na-na-na.
No, not that one. I mean, if I'm just randomly Suzanne Summers, I mean, again, I go back to more of the modern Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She played a mom in a TV show. I forgot the name of the show. Good Lord, you remember the name of the show where Elaine where she played a mom?
I don't, but okay. So let's go ahead and give like some context to this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like for example, Rachel on Friends was a mom, right? Because at the end of the show, she had a kid.
Yeah, she had a kid. Yeah.
But we don't see Jennifer Aniston's character as being a mom.
Yeah.
I think mom needs to be central to the figure of their character. Not the fact that they were a mom, but that being a mom was part of it.
No. I know that, but like I said, Julie Louis-Dreyfus, she played a mom.
There you go.
In a sitcom. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to figure out the name of the TV.
Oh, was that Old Adventures of New Christine?
The New Adventures of Old Christine.
Yes. That was a good show. Yeah. That was a good show. I'm going to throw a name out there. Patricia Heaton.
Oh, I know you have a thing for her.
I'm going to show a photo
Everybody
of her right
loves
now.
Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond. that one where they were trying to withhold sex from each other, but they were trying to turn each other on, and she goes out there with the lingerie. I mean, dude, that was. I mean, I think I had that on VHS, and I kept on rewinding it, man.
You wore that section of the tape out.
I know it got wrinkly. There's a scene right there where she's casually in lingerie going onto the bed, and Raymond is wearing silk boxers. That was great, man. That was great.
Yep. I would put Courtney Cox in there.
What was Courtney Cox's mom in?
Yeah, she was in Cougar Town.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
You see, and when these are interesting selections, man, and both of them, that you're choosing here, are size 2s, right? You like them thin, you like them real thin.
What did you ever see JB Gertz in Still Standing? If you're gonna pick up pictures of that, just put in like Jamie Gertz Still Standing, you'll see.
All right.
That's like, especially, I think she was known, her character was known for wearing a lot of nerdy t-shirts too.
Mario Cavazzo says Roseanne Barr was Mike's MILF of the TV world.
Oh no, man. That is disgusting. I hated that show.
Oh, Roseanne?
Yeah, that show sucks.
We're getting some votes for Peggy Bundy.
Oh yeah, I mean that if we're doing Mount Rushmore, then yeah.
And that's from Pledger.
Peggy Bundy up there, yeah.
Oh yeah, and Pledger and Bear County Social.
And Katie Seagal was also in that show with John Ritter.
Oh yeah.
Yep. She was in the show.
Eight Simple Rules.
Yeah. 8 Simple Rules.
Yeah, that was a good show. Amy Duncan from what show was that called? Oh my goodness, Leanne Baker. She was in Good Luck Charlie.
Oh yeah.
I used to watch
Charlie.
Yes.
Yeah, she was hot, dude.
Yes, but she became Psycho MAGA as time went on.
Yeah.
My list is consistent of some people I'd like to mention. I have Katie Seagal in there, but one person.
But we all agree that Peg Bundy's in the Mount Rushmore. Overall.
Oh yeah.
No matter what decade. Yeah.
Katie Seagal. Peggy Bundy, but the other one that nobody talks about that was smoking hot, Mary Louise Parker from Weeds, dude.
Ooh,
wow. That's a good pick.
Woo, dude.
Sleeper, man.
She was a bit of a hoe on that show. That was a great show.
Hey, man.
When the little kid killed that guy, season 3, which by the way, he's the voice of Nemo in Finding Nemo, and he's offing that guy to protect his mom. And the mom was like, "Thanks, son." Was like startled for a second, but then realized, the older son's a bit of a wuss.
Yeah,
that's a great call.
Man, Mary Louise Parker's hot, bro.
No, dude. She brought it, dude. She brought it. Claire Dunphy, dude. Might be my number one.
Another one that nobody really talks about is Julie Benz. And Julie Benz, she came out in this short-lived sitcom that I believe it came out on ABC. It was about superheroes, a family of superheroes. It was called No Ordinary Family.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody really talks about her. But
that sounds familiar.
She was pretty hot.
That sounds very familiar. What was the name of that show again?
No Ordinary Family.
Man, that sounds so familiar. No, I don't think I missed that one. Of all the movie shows I missed.
Now I'm going to ask Hefe this question real fast.
What's up?
And I'm showing the photo real quick.
Yeah, let me go.
Constance Marie, who played the wife of George Lopez on the George Lopez show.
Yes, you don't have to keep on going. Yes.
Is she built for speed or built for comfort?
I think win-win.
That's like the perfect one, right? She's the perfect one, right?
Yeah, win-win.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, look at them.
But if we're gonna go just overall genres of TV mothers, then on the Mount Rushmore, then you got to have Peggy Bundy. Marge Simpson has to go up there, right?
Marge Simpson is a fictional.
No, I said overall genre. Doesn't matter what medium. Just moms in TV shows in general.
Okay.
From animated shows to sitcoms to human being sitcoms. You got to have Peg Bundy up there, right? Marge Simpson up there. Who else would you put up there?
You know who else was kind of really good looking? Maria Canales Barrera. She was the mom from the Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yep,
and she made my list. And Chris Gonzalez put her up there as well.
Yes. Another Latina heat.
Latina, man.
Yes.
I think who else would just be overall?
There she is right there. There she is right there.
Who else would you put up in the Mount Rushmore, no matter what medium
of just being a mom?
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but a lot of the shows that we grew up with watching were dad centric, man.
Yeah.
Like.
Would you put the mom? Would you put the mom from the Brady Bunch up there?
Yeah.
You have to put icons, like iconic.
That's an iconic mom right there.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of iconic moms in TV. It's all about the dads or the uncles.
You know who
Full
else would
House
be
was like that.
a good mom to put up there? I don't know if you all watch the show The Goldbergs, but Beverly
Goldberg.
She is the stereotypical mom doing everything for the family and the kids.
Yeah, just in everyone's business, snooping around and all that stuff. She's funny, dude. The actress who plays her was also in Reno 911.
Yeah, she comes on a lot of
Okay. Does Wheezy go up on the Mount Rushmore?
I don't picture. I know Wheezy had a son, right?
Yeah, that's Lionel.
Lionel was the son, but I never pictured Wheezy as the mom. I just saw her as like the wife.
Because Lionel was already grown up, right? We didn't see him grown up. Yeah, he was already a man.
They had already moved up to that deluxe apartment in the sky by the time.
By the way, I used to live right across the street from the Jefferson's building, and when I was
really,
that makes sense. I mean, brother, dude, I thought of you the other day because my daughter, I was talking to her on FaceTime, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Oh, I just got some food." She got a steak.
No, she did not.
She got a steak from Uber Eats.
Oh, look at Chris.
But it was Texas Roadhouse though. It wasn't a French steak.
Yeah. Look, Chris Gonzalez says, "What about Claire Huxtable? She's not on the Mount Rushmore."
And that's
I think
that's more of a Bill Cosby thing. It was more about the dad, and then it was about Theo,
Aunt Viv, James Pledger.
See, Aunt Viv, that's another one. It was more about the father.
Yeah.
So like Beverly Goldberg's a good one right there because it's about the wife. And when we talk about Claire Dunphy or Sofia Vergara's character on Modern Family, they have equal billing with the father, right? You have Claire Dunphy and Phil Dunphy, they're kind of the same, right? They're not one is bigger than the other on the show. The same thing with Sofia Vergara and Ed O'Neill's character on Modern Family. No one's bigger than the other. They're equals, and therefore they can be considered on the Mount Rushmore. Viv.
See, I thought Claire Dunphy had more of the spotlight.
Okay, well, even better
between the two, on as the mom, as portraying the mom, then she got more of the spotlight.
Sean Quintero reaches out to us. Miss Garrett from Facts of Life. Was she a mom or was she like a caretaker?
She was an instructor at the boarding school.
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah, she was not a mom. No, Miss Garrett. No.
Jason Garcia reaches out to us and says, "I bet Heffa can grow a thicker beard in 2 days than Mike can in 3 months." What says you?
No, I think you will win that one, Jimenez.
Mario Cavazos says, "I'm not going to read that one." Okay, I'll read it. Michael Cera's mom in Superbad. First 2 minutes of the movie.
Oh God. Oh, you know what? What was that? American Pie.
Stifler's mom. That's an iconic mom right there, but for the wrong reasons.
Oh God.
Very nice.
Let's see. Who else would you put up there? Okay. I'm probably not you, Jimenez, but let me ask Joe. Would you put Peggy Hill up there?
Oh, if you're talking just about moms themselves,
just moms,
that would be
general
Peggy Hill, man. She would be one.
Sam Salinas reached out and saying Lauren Graham from the Gilmore Girls.
Nugget. Oh, she was cute. Dude.
Yeah,
Nugget.
Yeah, there's that one.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to be driving home, and I'm going to be thinking of like 5 other TV moms that I should have named. Like growing up, I was big into Family Ties. I was big into Growing Pains, but Joanna Kerns' character on Growing Pains, didn't really do it for me.
Here's a Jeff Garcia favorite. We haven't mentioned, and Seth brings this up now. Topanga in Girl Meets World, because she was a mom.
Jimenez, I need a ruling on this one.
Yeah. See, the thing is who watched Girl Meets World?
It came out on Disney Channel. A lot of people.
No one watched it, dude. No one talks about it, dude.
Yeah,
it
only had like 2 seasons.
It was a hot minute type of thing. I mean, that's like saying that girl from Family Matters when they rebooted it. That's not how we picture them. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Sean Quintero, man. He's going like way back, dude.
Little House on the Prairie. Little House on the Prairie. That's a little bit odd, dude. That's
wow.
You gotta pat that crap down, dude.
Come on, I didn't even know there was a show. Was it Girl Meets World? I had no idea.
Yeah, they did a reboot of it all.
Look, we got somebody watching this on YouTube tonight. July 26 is his name. He says Stacy's mom has got it going on. Just like that song.
Yeah. Who was what that was that Rachel Hunter?
I don't remember. I think it was.
Yeah. Very, very, very nice. Well, Hefe, I know that you need to get off and go do other things. And
we got you. We're getting ready for you.
Locked On Spurs, man.
You're coming on today. What are we talking about today? Oh yeah, we're talking about the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about what can they learn from. What can the Spurs learn from the Celtics? I was thinking to myself, I did the math on the coach Joe Mazzulla.
God,
he's less than half the age of Greg Popovich. Popovich is 75, 76 years old, and Mazzulla is 36. That's crazy.
Lord.
That is
crazy.
Serious? Yeah, Pop is more than double the age of Joe.
Twice his senior.
Mazzulla. More than double his age.
Yeah,
not close. More than double his age.
Pop's starting to knock on the door of 80 already, dude.
He's got a 5-year plan.
I'm like, man.
I got one more possible TV mom here.
Okay.
What about Tisha Campbell?
Okay, well, Tisha Campbell is very attractive.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to say no to that, but I'm trying to think about like in what show?
My Wife and Kids. My Wife and Kids.
The one with Damon Wayans.
Oh,
yeah. My Wife and Kids.
Take a look at this. This is an old article. This is a 10-year-old article from IMDb where they were trying to rank the 10 hottest. They had Sofia Vergara at 1, Leanne Baker from Good Luck Charlie at 2, Maria Canals Barrera from Wizard of Waverly Place at 3, Elizabeth Montgomery from Bewitched at 4.
Oh, yeah. That's a sleeper pick right there. Yep.
Mary Tyler Moore at number 5.
Nope. Pass.
Meredith Baxter Burney from...
Pass.
Oh, man.
Melinda Clark from Spawn. They have
Got me on
Lauren.
that one.
They have
Yeah.
Lauren Graham from Gilmore Girls and Patricia Heaton from Everybody Loves Raymond. Old
Yeah,
article.
Yeah.
There's been some new ones that have popped up since then. By the way, it's the 20-year anniversary of the movie Dodgeball. Is that a good movie or bad movie, Jeff Garcia?
It's a good movie.
Best part of that movie is what?
It would have been one of the greatest sports movies if they stuck to the original ending.
Oh,
They
yes.
killed the original ending.
Yeah, the original ending was Ordinary Joe's Lost.
They lost, and I think that would have been a perfect ending to it. But no, they went with a good guys win.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, it's the underdog story. You know, that is what it is.
Sudden
But
death.
that's what have separated it out, because
Yeah.
it would have showed them losing,
He would have
and
lost
that
the
would have been a
gym,
great way, to end it.
and then he bet the money on on his own team and all that
Hey,
stuff.
Jeff, Sith wants to ask you a question. He's saying for you to choose between Chi-Chi and Bulma from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my goodness, Bulma.
There you go.
Bulma.
That answers your question, Sith. But hey, Jeff, it's been nice having you on, man. I know you got to get back at it. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, reach out to me, man. I'm
What-
free right now.
what
I'm free
is-
for about a week or two.
Well, first of all, everybody who's listening in, I have receipts. I asked Joe, and Joe always tells me he's busy, but I didn't
No,
get.
I am
didn't get
busy.
I didn't get an update from you about you being free. You've been really good about letting me know, like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
free.
No, I was busy only because I had to get all this paperwork and stuff down. But now that I'm over that, I'm free now.
And Jeff, if you can watch, can you? Are you watching what we're doing right now?
No, I'm not. No, I'm
Okay.
actually working right now.
real fast, we're going to show outfits inspired by Dragon Ball Z, according to Lex Whip on Instagram. She has all these outfits that she does that are you would like her, Jeff. She's built for speed
Yeah.
and for comfort, and she likes to do things like do her outfits
Dress nerdy.
inspired by the show, the movie Clue, by Dragon Ball Z, Scooby Doo, all of this different stuff.
What is it like cosplay?
No, it's
It's like professional dress.
it's professional
Oh,
dress.
okay.
I mean, it's safe for work. Okay, she's very classy in what she does, but she goes by Lex Whip, LEXWIPP, on both Instagram and on TikTok. She's kind of a crush of mine. She's kind of amazing. Inspired by look at these are all inspired by Pokemon and stuff like that. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. You would like it.
Hey, Joe, do you want to come on tomorrow then?
Yeah, I'll come on tomorrow. I'm free.
Oh, there we go. See,
But-
now I got it on the record for everybody heard it.
Yeah,
So.
but remember, I'm gonna do my
Here we
interview.
go.
No,
Here
I
we
do the
go.
interview only in the morning.
That's
Only in the morning, so I'm free after
That's
the show.
fine. Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
James Pledger says her name is Alexis. I'm showing the Scooby Doo outfits right now.
there. See,
Pledger knows we have the
That's
same
why
taste.
he's your guy. That's why
We have
he's
the
your
same
guy.
taste, baby. Yeah, but her name is Alexis. But according to like her, if you want to search her out, it's Lex Whip, LEXWIPP. Scooby Doo. What is Sly Cooper? I have no idea what that is, but she has.
Oh, Sly Cooper's that video game for the PS2, man.
Yeah, it's a video game. Yeah, it's a
classic,
video game.
dude.
It's like a little raccoon.
Yeah.
No raccoon. Hey, ask Pledger the same question. Bulma or Chi-Chi?
Ask
Who would he pick?
Ask Pledger.
Pledger.
Yeah.
Pledger, you're watching, man. We want to know, you're gonna pick Chi-Chi or Bulma from Dragon Ball Z? Give us your answer in the chat. Let's see what he says.
I have no idea what Sailor Moon is, but she also has a thing on that as well.
Yeah.
The Pokemon one might be my favorite one, dude.
Yeah. All right, Jeff. Well, we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye to Jeff Garcia. 'cause he gotta get back
By
to
the way,
work,
everybody,
man.
don't forget to check out one of the Lockdown Spurs this past week. I had the new head coach of the new San Antonio-based football team, part of the IFA. He created the air raid system. He and Steve Walsh put that together. It's Hal Mummy. He came on, talked about what to expect, what the team is about, what its goal is, where will they play, and possible team colors. So check it out. Just go to the Lockdown Spurs YouTube page. You can't miss this big old picture of a football coach there, and check it out.
And Pledger did answer your question, Jeff. He says Bulma all day.
Nice.
Yep.
When are we going
hands
to get
down.
Pledger back on?
We do. And again, you can follow Jeff Garcia on Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. Follow him on Twitter and on Threads at Jeff G Spurs Zone. Also has an article on Kens5.com about Victor Wembanyama making an appearance at Paris's Louis Vuitton fashion show. I saw a photo of him with Pharrell. That was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like looking up at him.
Ferrell just looking straight
Yeah,
up.
literally looking up at him. Yeah. All right, guys. So I appreciate the invite, man. Let's do it again soon.
All right,
right,
fellas.
see
You
you,
take
Jeff.
care. It's always nice to have Hefe on the show, man.
It is.
You know, he's the godfather of the Alamo Sports Podcast Network.
Yeah, Alamo City Podcast Network. He is.
So if he's the godfather, right, or is he the Hefe? Or just
He's
call him
the
the
Hefe,
Hefe.
dude.
Okay, so like, you're the godfather then, because you're the creator of this podcast network. We got to figure out who I am in this show. You know, I need a nickname other than I'm just Demon Mike.
Demon Mike.
Dude, it makes my day that James Pledger from San Antonio Sports Star, which by the way, he has a show from 6 to 7 called Extra Innings. Go check that out.
Yeah.
It's also on YouTube as well. He likes Lex Whip on Instagram and on TikTok. She's my favorite, dude. She's perfect. JHNSB said, I'm the rodeo clown, Mike. Jason Garcia said, I'm Marbach Mike.
I like that.
Sam Salinas
I
Cabana
like
Mike.
that one.
Marbach Mike.
Marbach Mike. I think we got a new nickname.
I went to Holmes. I can't be that. I'm Holmes Jimenez.
Oh God. Hey, maybe that should be it. Holmes Jimenez.
You know, and this show, which again, we do a lot of sports references, a lot of pop culture references. We've gone back and forth today, you know, and it's funny because, you know, people ask questions about things like that whole segment where I'm like, how do I remember the names of the Family Ties moms, you know, and all that stuff. It's in my head forever, dude. It just is. But man, good content there. Talking to to Jeff Garcia. We were talking earlier about how the NBA free agency period has already begun, and one of the big names is already off the board, man.
Yeah, man.
Pascal Siakam getting a max deal, dude. I mean, good for him. I mean, what else? What is he gonna do? Say no?
Somebody's going to throw that much money at you. You're not going to say no, dude.
So ESPN's reporting that the Pacers have agreed on a 4-year extension, $189.5 million. It's about $48 million per year. That's according to the math in my head. He's a great player, dude. 30 years old, going to get the bag. That's going to take him to age 34. But there was a name brought up by somebody on our YouTube stream. DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan, you can get him. The Spurs want to get him.
Yeah.
But DeMar is still very effective out there. He's a bit of a ball hog, though. At least he was the first time when he was with the Spurs, probably because he was the only Spur who could actually make a bucket at the time. 34 years old, will be 35 when the season starts. Would you be okay with the Spurs getting him? Because there are some rumors and reports out there saying that he might actually re-up, and it might cost him $30 million a year to re-sign with the Bulls.
I wouldn't be mad if the Spurs got him again. I mean, they need a veteran player. The thing is that I know a lot of Spurs fans, they don't really care for DeMar. They'll be like, well, Spurs are going to go, 500 with DeMar. He makes the team better. Look at what the Spurs did already. They only won a handful of games, 20-plus games. You don't think DeMar is going to make them better?
Right. Now, he might be old, but last year, 24 points per game, 5 assists, 4.5 rebounds, shot 33% from 3, averaged more than a steal per game. The guy is still very, very effective. He's basically still getting the same stats he had when he was with the Spurs, only a little bit better from 3.
He'll probably make them maybe 10, 15 games better. But at the end of the day, what direction are the Spurs going to take this season? Are they going to go ahead and tank again and go after that superstar? If that's the case, then don't get DeMar.
Because again, the list of NBA free agents that are available, it's just it's a crappy list, man. There's not a lot there. I mean, if you want to go by points per game, Tyrese Maxey is the player that averages the most points per game, but he's a restricted free agent. LeBron, we're not going to get LeBron.
No.
We're not going to get Paul George. We're not going to get Pascal Siakam. I mean, Miles Bridges, you can go get him. Good player. Klay Thompson, if you want to get some veteran leadership. But it's just, there's nothing there for 2024. I mean, you have to go further down. OG Anunoby, like you mentioned, he's told the Knicks that he's going to test the free agency market. That's a sign and trade, man. The Spurs can't just give him a max deal. Can't go give him $35 million a year. It doesn't exist.
OG Anunoby was, they offered him a deal. He just wasn't happy with it. So he's going to test the free agent market. And here's the thing. When you test the free agent market, you're betting on yourself. You're hoping that a team is going to go and offer you more money because you feel that you have value.
Right.
You know, and the thing is, I think with OG Anunoby, the problem with him is that he can't stay healthy. So I think he should have taken the deal. If he's going to test the free agent market, I think unfortunately for him, he's going to have to take a lesser deal.
Well, I think what he's doing is trying to get leverage.
Possibly.
And, the Spurs will be used as leverage for that if the Spurs want to entertain that idea. But you want to go get him because the Spurs aren't going to go into the luxury tax with this team. They're not. It's not a good enough of a team. But, again, the NBA draft is 1 week from today. I think that right now, as far as where we're going to have it, we'll have an announcement on Monday as to where we're going to have the draft party for.
We're going to go to the Rock, dude. We'll go to the Rock.
It's going to be too crowded, dude.
You think so?
Yeah, it's going to be a madhouse. I'm thinking about reserving a table at Pete's place out in the Lotus.
Oh,
yeah,
I wouldn't be opposed to that because you know what? It's probably nice. They have air conditioning. They have fans. They have a bar.
They got nice scenery. Willie Mays, legendary outfielder, the Say Hey Kid, has passed away at the age of 93. Again, we talk about things happening in threes, singers who die in threes, actors who die in threes. We had three all-time greats in sports pass away within a matter of a few weeks. Bill Walton, you had Jerry West, the logo, and you had Willie Mays. Willie Mays, iconic. For many people who are of a certain age, they believe that Willie Mays is the greatest player of all time. He is in the top 5, no doubt. If you're doing a Mount Rushmore of greatest players in baseball history, non-pitcher, Willie Mays is going to be up there. I mean, the guy was known for the Golden Glove that he had out there, hit for power, ran, and he was also probably one of the first baseball players out there that was a superstar, but with swagger, that he could do things that no one else could do.
Yeah,
I remember back in the early 2000s, maybe it was the 90s or so, Jim Edmonds would go off and do these remarkable catches, and people would say no one's been able to do that since him.
He was very athletic for his time, you know?
He was.
Ahead of the game. And, the thing is, he lived a great life because he winded up passing away, but at the age of 93.
93. Look at this. He played for 24 seasons.
Damn.
He made 24 All-Star teams. He played from 1951 to 1973. 12 Gold Gloves, 6 all-time in home runs. It was 660. 7th all-time in runs scored with over 2,000. 10th in RBI with more than 1,900. And 12th in all-time hits at 3,293. Again, this was before PEDs. This was before the steroid era. The guy was putting up monster numbers when very few people around him were doing that type. I mean, you had Harmon Killebrew, you had Brooks Robinson, you had Frank Robinson, but you didn't have these numbers like that.
Yeah,
it's amazing what he was able to do.
Yeah, I mean, he was also, like I said, breaking barriers too.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was one of the first African Americans to came to fame,
right?
Playing baseball,
exactly.
So that's great. He was a history maker
and being part
pioneer.
Being part of the Giants platform. There, you have his relationship with Barry Bonds as well. That was kind of a big deal. Barry Bonds and Barry's dad, Bobby Bonds, was also in the mix there. But rest in peace to Willie Mays Hayes. The Say Hey Kid has passed away at the age of 93. Statement released by the Giants saying that it passed away earlier this week. Known for the catch in Game 1 of the 1954 World Series. One of the all-time greats. Easily top 10 all-time.
I was going to share something here real quick, too. Just a shameless plug here. But if y'all want to go and check out the new shirt that is available on our Redbubble site, just make sure you go and check that out. That's the new design for all the Dragon Ball Z enthusiasts out there. Mm-hmm. And we have other designs out there as well. So y'all want to go and check out the Redbubble store that we have open here. I mean, you can go ahead and see that. We have other wares available as well. We have the logos that everybody's been wanting. They come in both the light colored and the dark colored. So for light colored clothing and for dark colored clothing, Alamo City Sportscast logo. And we have the Wemby design shirt that I made out there, along with the Galaxy colorway. And of course, it's Marbach nice.
Very nice. I'm ashamed that I got excited about hockey yesterday for about 30 seconds. I was at a bar at Pete's place in the Lotus. There was this save right here with an empty net. It was one of the greatest things in the world, man. And in real time, him just crashing into the net was remarkable. Look at this extension. Edmonton went on to win Game 5. They're going to a Game 6. Edmonton lost the first 3 games. It's very rare for a series to go to game 6 after you're down 3-0, but they're halfway to making that comeback. Stanley Cup Finals will continue.
Yeah, we got a question here by Sam Salinas. He goes, Joe, where can I buy the Texican hat? Glad you asked, because where you can get that is none other than our boy Tex-Mex Frank. Go and reach out to him on the X. He's got plenty of new hats that he went ahead and ordered, and you can go ahead and reach out to him, send him a DM, and he'll go ahead and get you taken care of, man.
Hey, we have some entertainment news if you want to get to that bump.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get the bump going, man.
Bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
Some happy news in the entertainment world. R&B legend Ashanti, R&B and rap legend Nelly married.
Wow.
Apparently, they've been married for months. Now, if you may recall, they were an item back in the day. Back when he was singing Hot in Here, back when Ashanti was posing as Jennifer Lopez and singing her hooks.
Yeah.
They were a thing back in the day. Broke up, and years later, they came back around and are married. And it's funny because he kind of calmed down a bit, Dude, when you're Nelly, and he's a good-looking cat, dude. He is. Remember the Band-Aid he had under the eye? Kind of like Left Eye Lopez a little bit and from TLC back in the day.
Yeah.
He would have that thing going on. Women were crazy for Nelly. Think about the amount of ass that Nelly got over the years. Okay? So for him to now say that he wants to settle down and get married, I buy it, because he's going back to the girl that he was with back in the day that he fumbled the bag on. Dude, he fumbled it. It is what it is. But they've both settled down. They're now in their 40s, or they want to have that happy life. And apparently they got married back in December, but it's finally being released. But the photos on TMZ of them being back together over the years, I think they make a very, very good looking couple.
Yeah, good for them.
And
man.
you can tell he's all about her, dude. 2005, 2004 timeframe, you couldn't go 10 minutes on the radio without hearing a Nelly song.
Or Ashanti, for that matter.
Even going on to country music when he had that song over and over again with Tim McGraw.
Yeah, that was a good song, bro. That's still a banger. You play it now.
In my head.
You play it now. The girls come running. They're like, let's get on the stage.
Yeah, man. I mean, you could play that at a nightclub. You could play it at a country bar, and people will hit the dance floor.
July 26th, saying the booty on Ashanti is pure sculpted art.
That no lies detected on that one. But they've been together for a while, dude. They've been together for quite some time. But congratulations to Ashanti.
This is hopeful for me that they're going to be together forever. They've met at the right time. They get married. They're in different places in their lives. They're both on the same page. They make a great team. Wishing them the best.
Yes, man. Justin Timberlake is a free man. We talked about this yesterday. There's some video of what was going on when this all happened. This is according to TMZ. This is.
Did you hear
from TMZ.com?
Did you hear the funniest thing out of this whole incident?
What's that?
Is that the cop who actually arrested Justin Timberlake, he's so young, he didn't even know who he was.
Jeez, man.
He didn't even know he was a celebrity. He hadn't heard any of his songs. He didn't know who the heck this guy is, just some drunk guy.
Yeah, and he was weaving in and out, apparently.
Yeah.
And he was arrested just 1 mile from the hotel that he was at, dude. So it's not like he was gone for a long time. They probably spotted him in the parking lot, for crying out loud.
Why didn't he just Uber, man?
I get that. But here's the video that is him driving right before he got pulled over. He did not take a field sobriety test. I'm sorry, he failed the field sobriety test, but he did not take the breathalyzer. And that was moments before they popped him. The memes are out, by the way. The memes are out right there. So he's apparently having a hard time. There's this video right there going, he's not staying in the lane. He's on the median there. Photos also of him being released from jail. He was there for a few hours in the courthouse there. Justin Timberlake, I mean, the first time getting popped, he didn't hurt anybody. I know I'm not trying to make light of DUI or DWI.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people have gone through it. Again, if you do it a second time, there's an issue, right? Sometimes it happens. I think people deserve second chances, but it's not like he has a criminal record. It's not like he's going to jail or anything like that.
Of course, he's not going to.
Sam
jail.
Salinas saying the video quality is badass. Why can't they have that for ghost and alien sightings? It reminds me of that skit from Mitch Hedberg, the late, great Mitch Hedberg, one of the greatest comedians of all time. He says people complain about the Bigfoot sightings being blurry. He goes, what if Bigfoot is actually just blurry? What if there's a blurry animal out in the wilderness somewhere? He goes, that makes it even scarier that he's blurry.
Look at that. That's a mugshot of Justin Timberlake. Look at those eyes.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you that he's had a rough night. He's got the bloodshot red eyes, dude, from heavy drinking, staying up late. You know, come on, man. You got the glass look, dude. You're done.
They found out who the Hawk Tua girl is.
Oh, God, man.
The Hawk Tua girl has been identified, and apparently the company that recorded this knew about her name the entire time. And because she gave a release saying that if they were going to show her photos, so they knew the entire time who she was. Apparently, she's a Nashville native. This was on the streets of Nashville. If you don't know, she went viral, super viral over the weekend. As of yesterday, had over 6 million views. They asked the question, how do you get a guy going in bed? And she just basically responded with Hawk Tua. And I'm not going to act it out because
please, God, no.
And I'm not even going to say the rest of the statement that she said. And then they asked if she had any comments for her latest ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
And she says, oh, yeah, he did a good job dusting off the cobwebs off this thing. Hawk Tua has been identified. And by the way, the company that released this video says that they're going to release the full interview that they had with her. Apparently, they only did a TikTok version that was a minute long. They have a full interview with her being crazy and drunk on the streets of Nashville. That's going to be released tomorrow. So find that around TikTok or Instagram. But they found who she is.
Yeah.
She lives in Nashville. Her friend was very, very embarrassed. But yeah, Hawk Tua girl. Congratulations. Claim to fame, dude. Everyone gets 15 minutes, right?
Everybody, man. But you know, one of the things I don't know we really talked about it too much here is we didn't really talk about the firing of one Monty Williams, man, from Detroit Pistons.
Former Spur.
He signed with the Pistons for 5 years. He's been released. They went ahead and parted ways with him. 1 year, I think, is into his contract. So he's still gonna get his $65 million. They still got to pay him.
Right.
Now the search begins for the Detroit Pistons and them looking for a new head coach. And it's been rumored that it's going to be none other than former San Antonio Spurs assistant coach, James Borrego.
Borrego's a good coach. I have my doubts as to whether Monty Williams is a good coach or not. Monty Williams has been around for a while. Career record as a head coach of 381 and 404. So basically just a slightly under 500.
He's not, dude.
He has a winning playoff record. He does have a chip. It just, I don't know, man. Monty Williams, I just don't see it, dude.
I think he's gonna be. He'd do well if he was just working in the front office. The Spurs had hired him in the front office to work in the front office a couple of years back, when he was in between jobs. Kind of help him out a little bit. But yeah, man, I think his time is come and gone. I don't know if a team would want to go ahead and take a chance on Monty anymore, man. I think that ship has sailed already with this Pistons fiasco.
Right.
Yeah.
Monty Williams was NBA Coach of the Year back in 2022. So very recent. He does have, a pretty decent career that he's had over here, but I'm just I'm not overwhelmed by him by any stretch of the imagination.
Look at
talk about Borrego. Borrego is really built for rebuilds.
Yeah, he is.
And the Spurs probably have their guy in Mitch Johnson, right? I mean, that's going to be their guy ultimately, right? That has to be who the Spurs are going to hire next as head coach.
I like Vane Stain's comment here. He put best job in the world, fired coach.
Fired coach.
Because you're fired and you're still making that money, dude. Look at Lakers are interested. The joke. The Lakers are interested in JJ Redick. It's what the rumor is going out there right now. They're in talks with JJ Redick. Mm-hmm. They're courting him. Well, we'll see. I mean, they kind of wanted their guy, but you know what happened there.
Right.
He said, nah, I'm going to go ahead and stay put, at UConn. So now the search continues for that as well.
It does. And, the Lakers, have got to be embarrassed by it all. They've been saying that they're going to have a coach in place by the time the draft happens, and the draft is a week from now. So they got to hire somebody at this point. NFL.com, I was reading this early this morning, talking about ranking NFL divisions based on quarterback play.
Oh,
so they have as the hardest quarterback playing division being the AFC North, when you have Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson, and Russell Wilson. That's not bad. They have NFC West at number 2 with Kyler Murray, Matt Stafford, Brock Purdy, and Geno Smith. AFC West, Mahomes, Herbert, O'Connell, Nix. Looking for where the Cowboys are. There it is. 5th hardest with Dak, Daniel Jones, Jalen Hurts, and Jaden Daniels, rather. Found that to be interesting. But where's my team, the Saints? There it is, baby. NFC South. My division, baby. Kirk Cousins, Bryce Young, Derek Carr, Baker Mayfield. No lie, man. Baker Mayfield, I kind of like.
He's seen a resurgence ever since he came to play with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
Yeah.
Second leg of his career.
Dude, his teammates like him.
And he's been playing inspired ball, dude. He loves playing here with this team.
It talks a little bit about how you need to have consistency sometimes when it comes to your offensive coordinator and head coach.
He was in a bad situation.
He bounced around so often.
Yeah.
And he didn't deserve to get the axe. He really didn't.
Well, the Browns had to let him go because they wanted their guy,
And he settled down, dude. He settled down. He wasn't as crazy, or he wasn't the guy that you saw at Oklahoma. He settled down, dude.
Yeah. I mean, he's getting a little bit older, so that goes along with the age,
So we wanted to talk about the fact that Dodgeball turned 20 years old this week. A true underdog story. Got decent reviews. Is it a cult classic or not? Because it was a success. $20 million to make that movie. They forced Ben Stiller to take like a fraction of what he normally takes out there to make this movie. No one wanted to produce this movie until 20th Century Fox said, look, we'll do it, but we'll just throw you $20 million, Ben Stiller. We're not going to throw you any more than that. Went on to make $168 million. And even today, it inspires ESPN, because ESPN,
the Ocho,
because back then it was the Dose or the whatever, the back in the day, ESPN2 when it first came out.
Yeah,
and they made fun of it. They're like, here's the Ocho, where it was like all this crazy ass sports going on, people hitting each other with whips and lawnmowers and
corgi racing, the little dogs racing.
So then you had Dodgeball. So again, this is about a gym, a working class gym that is going under because it's mismanaged. The guy who runs it, who's played by Vince Vaughn, is not a very good business person. He's behind on taxes.
He doesn't charge anybody.
Yeah, he's like, pay what you can.
Yeah.
And there's another gym that's a rival in it called Globo Gym, if I'm not mistaken, who is coming out, and it's state of the art, and they beat the shit out of their people to get better and better shape.
They shamed them.
Which, I mean, I guess works, right?
Can you imagine going to work out and you hear the PA coming over, the microphone, and they're like, Mr. Jimenez, you got to pick that up. You got to pick up that pace, burn those calories.
Yeah. Mario Cavazos, deep dive dodge. But it's funny because they're being forced to sell to Globo Gym because they want to tear it down to build a parking lot, if I'm not mistaken. And they enter a dodgeball tournament to hope to make enough money to pay off all the bills so that they can keep their property. Right?
Look at Jacob Barrick. Man, the Ocho comes out in the channel surfing stops. If you haven't watched it, like when they do it that day, when they have the Ocho, it's freaking hilarious, dude. The one thing that always gets me is the corgi racing and all the obscure sports that they have. Guys hitting each other with freaking belts and stuff. I'm like, what the hell is this, man?
Slap contest. But you think about this movie, it's entertaining, and these are certain. I classify these movies as good bad movies. Okay, yeah. I had this one guy that he was dating this one girl one time. I remember we went to a bar. This was probably about 15 years ago, and I was talking about he was talking about his girl, and I was asking, "Hey, are you getting serious with her?"
Yeah,
and he says, "I couldn't tell." Remember Seinfeld, the Two-Face girl?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. She wasn't a two-face. She was attractive. But he was like, she's either the hottest, unclassy girl or the least classy girl.
Yeah.
She kind of like just straddled the line when it came to it. And I'm thinking about that with this movie. There are some movies out there that are good, but they're really bad. Okay. And it's just, they're bad movies that are really good. I think Dodgeball's one of them. Draft Day with Kevin Costner is a good, bad movie.
Yeah. But one of the things that was really funny to me, though, is that we don't talk a lot about in the Dodgeball movie is the mural. Remember the mural?
He made it on scale. I really posed for that. I took the bull by the horns.
Jeez, man. And then what was his trainer? Michel. Come, Michel. Michel, that guy.
Yeah.
Big old buff guy.
Dude, okay, in the same vein as this movie is Zoolander.
Oh, God.
That is a bad movie that is so good.
The blue steel.
Magnum. Which also stars Christine Taylor from Dodgeball.
Yeah.
So it's just these. It's this character. We talked about the Brat Pack earlier this week, right? And how that the Hulu has that new special about the Brat Pack, Emilio Estevez and Rob Lowe and Andrew McCarthy and all them. There's this pack of actors. Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd, Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, that were making some very interesting movies back then. Justin Long, that were making interesting movies that were funny, that were for guys, dude. These are guy movies. You're not going to take a girl. There's not women out there who like Dodgeball. There's not women out there who like certain movies like that. But prior to all that, Vince Vaughn was in Swingers. Any woman who watches Swingers instantly likes that movie because they can finally understand how guys think when they're young.
Yeah.
Something About Mary. Classic. I mean, I know Ben Stiller was out before that with Singles and all that stuff, but my goodness, dude, what a great movie that was.
You know what other movie Will Ferrell did that's low-key one of his a sleeper hit? Land of the Lost, bro.
I've never seen that one.
You got to see this. This should be your homework, man. Retro movie review. This is a funny movie, man. You got to watch this. Have you ever seen Land of the Lost, the TV series from back in the day?
Never seen it.
It's a spoof on that. They had bad special effects and everything in that TV series from way back when. And this is a movie based on that. But it's just so out there and hilarious, dude. If you watch this, you're going to crack up, man. I guarantee you're going to love it.
I'll check it out. Ben Stiller, I'm looking at his filmography right now of all the movies that he's done. I mean, it's entertaining stuff what he's been doing. Everything from we mentioned there's something about Mary. He had a small role in Happy Gilmore. He was in The Cable Guy. He was just like that guy off on the side. He was in Royal Tenenbaums. Along Came Polly, Starsky and Hutch, Dodgeball. Dude, his role in Anchorman as the Spanish speaking news anchor.
Yeah.
The rivers are red with Burgundy's blood.
I like the dog from Anchorman. What's his name? Baxter.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell. What does he tell Baxter? You know I don't speak Spanish.
Jack Black went out there punting Baxter.
Kicked the crap out of him off the bridge.
Have you seen the bloopers of that?
Oh, yeah.
He's kicking a stuffed animal and he couldn't kick it forward. He kept on kicking it back towards him, like it was hitting his face. That was funny, dude. Baxter's amazing. Baxter. Is it raining yet?
I don't know, man. Well, when you came in to the studio today, was it raining?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, it rained, I guess, before we woke up, maybe sometime in the early morning hours.
But did you know that behind the store, by the way, Alberto, it's official. Breaking news.
Should I play the bump?
Let's do it.
I've been wanting to play that one.
According to the Weather Channel, say hello to Alberto.
Jeez, bro.
Of course it has a Spanish name, right?
Look at how long that path is.
And it says that rain is coming to San Antonio. In fact, they're saying around 2:00 San Antonio time. It's going to be, it's not going to be like a deluge, but we'll get a couple of inches of rain out of it, right? 2 to 3 inches of rain, which is what we need, man. Medina Lake is bone dry. Canyon Lake is bone dry. Bring that up because this is all under it. But what people don't realize, though, a lot of people don't realize, I watch a lot of Weather Channel. Did you know that right here is a storm? You see the storm right there? Right there?
Yeah.
You see what's going on right underneath it? Another storm. They said there's going to be another one this weekend.
Like that movie Twisters.
Yeah, where they rotate around each other.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's something called a gyre, is what they're talking about on the Weather Channel, which is basically saying that there's this train effect of wind circulating that right now is going from Mexico, that's revolving around Mexico into the southern bay there of Mexico into the Gulf of Mexico, and it's just a train. Dude, that would be great. I want to have a wet summer, dude. Summer hasn't even started. The official start of summer is later on this week.
It's still hot as heck. Dude.
It's hot as balls outside. I want to see a lot of rain. I would love to get that. Midtown Texas saying Mike needs a weather segment bump.
Yeah, we do need you to have a weather segment.
I
put it on for you.
My friend Alex yesterday was like, we met up for drinks, and he was watching the podcast.
Oh, I saw that Pete's place.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, the Weather Channel girls are hot, dude. Like he had a thing for them too.
Telling you, the ones from the Telemundo network, dude.
They're not meteorologists.
They don't need to be, brother.
Those are just girls in the palace who walk off the pole.
They're the Chevy girls.
No, we're not going to talk bad about the Chevy girls.
No, I'm not talking bad about them. I'm just saying every business needs eye candy, man.
Well, I mean, that's just ridiculous eye candy. Dude.
The Camino Real girls. That's what it was.
Camino Real girls are cute.
We got to get one of them on, dude.
I'll make the effort. I haven't done it yet. I'll make the. Well, let me ask you which one, dude. Which one of the Camino Real?
Dicky.
Okay, you know what? That's going to be okay. So first of all, I want this to go on and ask the question: who do you want to have? Do we want to have the Thickie? Do we want to have the? Okay, so the Thickie is named Anna Valen, right? Let me see. Let me find her. This is Anna Valen, right? She's the Thickie. Okay. Yeah. Or do we show them in the Chevy girls, right? Camino Real Chevy.
Real.
Okay. Which one do you want me to go after? So let's give some context to it all, right? This is Anna Valen. She's a little bit Thickie because she just had a kid about a year ago. All right. She's cute. She's cute, from California. She got wet on this one from the other day. All right.
God. That's
Sophie right there with the short hair, new haircut. Sophie has some sports context going on here because she's an interpreter for star boxers from Mexico. So she gets in the ring, there, and we can have sports conversations about her when it comes to that. Then there's the tiny one, Jessica. She is representing a San Antonio company now.
Nice.
So she has a local tie to things that she's doing business on. Which one do you want me to go after?
All three. All of the above.
Just send it to all three?
All three.
Sophie's the sports one, dude. They are great, dude. I don't get tired of these girls, dude. I don't get tired at all.
It's funny. It just goes to show you what can happen if you have a great social media team.
I wonder how much sales increase did they get over at Camino Real.
Oh, I'm sure they did get a bump.
Okay. Enough of them. Sam Salinas reached out saying, let them come to you, Mike. Mario Cavazos, Johnny Utah, and Bodie are at North Padre surfing right now from Point Break. That's a great reference right now. Again, we're not going to get 12 to 24 inches of rain. We're going to get 3, maybe 4.
All the panic buying at HEB was for nothing.
Dude, that was me, dude. I got a big old box of double stuffed Oreos just in case me and my daughter were stuck.
Yeah. Hey, did you get the dark side or the light side, the Star Wars Oreos? I got to go pick me up a pack and see which one I get.
What's that all about?
So it's kind of a surprise, right? So they have Oreos, but in the stuffing, the icing, it's either going to be red for a Sith, which is the bad side, or blue for.
Do you know which one you're getting?
You don't.
Oh wow!
So it's a surprise. You get the box, right? You buy the little package. You come home and it says, "What am I, Sith or a Jedi, and you open it up and it's either red or it's blue inside.
Now let me ask you this: how many Oreos are a complete serving?
Oh man,
Like when you open up Oreos, like what's the minimum number you get? What's the maximum number you
I'd
get?
say 4.
4. I try to shoot for 4. That's a
it.
good
serving.
number.
It's about like this much, man. Like
But then if I go beyond 5 or 6,
jeez, bro,
dude, it's like 800 calories. See, because
It's a
then
lot
you
of sugar.
gotta dip it in the milk, though, man.
it's a lot of sugar.
Now, do you dip it? Do you dip it in the milk at all?
I can't drink milk. Maybe almond.
Okay, dude, I got, what is it called? The lactose intolerance. I
Yeah.
got it too. I don't care.
No, man, we care over here.
Okay.
We care.
Do you eat it complete? Do you take it off? Do you eat the frosting?
No, I eat it complete, dude.
No, you gotta undo it.
No,
Have the chocolate.
that's weak, man.
Then you gotta take your top teeth and take out all the
No,
filling, and then
that's
you
too
have the
much
other
work, man. Just dunk the whole thing. Like it's like the marranito cookies. They're hard as hell. The little ginger cookies you get from
Yeah.
the Mexican bakery, but you put them in, like you said, milk, or you put them in hot chocolate, right?
Mhm.
The abuelita hot chocolate, and it breaks up, man, and it's great. Once you dunk them.
Tim Gonzalez asking Mike, which restaurant has the best enchiladas in San Antonio? To me, there's 2. Garcia's on Fredericksburg Road downtown, which is only open for breakfast and lunch, is amazing. And they have the you know what's so funny is that who I have as number 2 is Blanco Cafe off of Fredericksburg Road.
Really?
They're really good. And what I like about the enchiladas there is that they put like the chile con carne on top.
Oh, okay.
It's not like picadillo or whatever's inside.
Yeah.
There's like a gravy on top that's chile con carne. That is what makes it good.
You know who else makes really good enchiladas? I hate to say it because my wife can't cook. That's the one thing that she does great. She can make a mean enchilada.
Really?
She can make good enchiladas, and my sister-in-law, shout out to you, Angel. She makes great enchiladas too.
Dude, I'm all about fideo right now, man. There's something about fideo that I love. We were talking about Taco Palenca the other day.
Yeah.
I love the fact that when you get a meal over there, it comes with a side of fideo.
Yeah.
Like that's like giving you a bowl of love.
Fideo is good, man, but it has to be good.
Or the conchas, with picadillo and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
A
That's
good
amazing.
fideo.
Do you know what I couldn't do back in the day? I couldn't do the nachos at Chacho's.
Really? The King Kong nachos?
Dude, nothing got me more sick than having 3 nachos from Chacho's back then. And I would do it, but it would make me sick every single time.
Maybe it's all the grease, and then they had everything like chorizo and then the carne and everything mixed together. And they had a ton of flies over there. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
The one on the northeast side, the Chachos and Chaluchis, which they had it where it was up against it was like a Chachos along with a pizza brick oven place.
Yeah.
Dude, people were getting shot there left and right, man. That was an awful place. And then they had another one over off of 90 and Military. I don't know if it's still open or not.
Look at Dave McNula. He says, my wife just said, I see you both and you might eat more than 4. No.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, Taco Palenque, man. That's good too.
What's it called? Obesity runs in my family. Nobody runs in your family. That's what the line goes for it all. Wow, we're getting strays. We're getting shot with strays over here.
Yeah, King Kong nachos is great on drunk nights. No lies detected, dude. That
Dude,
stuff is good.
Taqueria Data Point. Now
Yeah.
that was the place. That on Data Point Road, that was amazing.
You know,
before it burned down and then they rebuilt it.
Yeah. You know who else used to have some decent nachos before they started counting how many chips they put on the plate? LP.
Oh, okay. So first of all, we had lunch together yesterday,
Yeah.
and I noticed you did something yesterday that kind of threw me back a little bit.
Yeah.
We went to Dave's Hot Chicken,
Yeah, Dave's Hot Chicken.
and we got the same thing. We got the slider with the order of fries.
Yeah.
You got the ketchup and put it all over the fries.
Yeah.
You don't dip your fries in the
No.
ketchup. You actually pick up moist fries.
They're not moist. They're crunchy.
Okay. It was weird because
Why?
you're sitting there dodging ketchup because you don't want to get on your fingers, and you put like stripes of ketchup all over your
Yeah.
fries. It was weird.
I've always done that.
Because
Just put the ketchup on the fries and you just eat them, bro. Just
Okay.
pick them up and eat them.
Okay, when it comes to nachos, do you like them individual and separated, where they all look the same, or do you like them piled on?
Just like them piled on. Just put everything on it, dude. Just eat it.
I was gonna eat healthy for lunch, but I think I'm gonna go get some nachos.
Go get a salad.
I want
the taco salad.
I want nachos, man.
LP.
It's on the way home.
LP.
Sam Salinas, hell no. Pouring ketchup on fries is gross.
It depending which location you go to, Joe.
That's true.
No, that ain't gross, dude. That's normal. That's how do you eat your fries? You dunk them like a damn
Yes, you
Oreo.
You scoop the ketchup up,
bro.
I even put pepper in the ketchup, and I don't dunk them.
No, man. That to me is weird.
Joe, we did an hour and a half today, and I think that we can actually do a 24-hour show one day.
Hey, yeah, we got to, man. One day we will do a 24-hour show, and we will have Taylor and Rudy J involved in this in that show in some capacity.
Hit the like button on the way out. Everyone stay dry. Apparently, it's going to rain from like 2 p.m. to about 2 a.m. Maybe again tomorrow. Everyone stay dry today. Again, we do have a flood watch in San Antonio. Turn around, don't drown, all that stuff. Don't be an idiot on the road, and gas up. Everyone have a fantastic day. Again, we're 1 week from the Spurs and the NBA draft party.
We're gonna have it.
We're gonna make the announcement on Monday, but I'll probably nail something down today. And don't forget, we're gonna have a giveaway on Friday. The Victor Wembanyama Rookie of the Year card. It's a Topps card that was donated to us by one of our viewers, saying to give this away. Victor Wembanyama. It's a very cool card.
Very nice.
I've seen this on eBay for a pretty hefty price.
Yeah, very nice.
I've been seeing it going for $40 to $60 on eBay.
Yeah. And we're also going to wind up giving away the other stuff too. Once we reached 900, we said that we were going to give away the Tony Parker autograph.
Oh, once we get 1,000.
No, I was going to give that one when we hit at 900.
Well, we're at 914.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and give that away as well.
Very nice. Everyone have a fantastic day out there. Everyone be safe. We'll be back tomorrow.
See you, boys.